drought or excessive flooding. Human expansion is one of the greatest threats to the migrations. The ancient paths that guided wildebeest, zebras, and elephants for hundreds of miles are now fragmented by farms, settlements, and infrastructure. In parts of the Serengeti and Masai Mara, fences erected to protect agricultural land have blocked the passage of the herds. Habitat loss also affects the smaller species. The wetlands where waterbirds breed are converted into farmland or industrial zones. Poaching remains a relentless threat to the savanna wildlife. The African elephant, hunted for its ivory, is a target for poachers, drastically reducing its numbers in many areas. A matriarch carrying the ancestral knowledge of migration routes can be killed for her tusks, leaving her herd disoriented and vulnerable. Predators like lions and cheetahs face similar risks. Hunted to protect livestock or for their skins and body parts. Human-wildlife conflict worsens the situation. When elephants or buffalo encroach on farmland in search of food, they are often killed for being a threat. Lions, hyenas, or cheetahs that attack livestock face retaliation with traps or guns. Under the scorching midday sun, the rhythm of the pride seems to pause. This is when the social order is most clearly expressed through rest. The great males, with their dense, heat-absorbing manes, spend up to 20 hours a day asleep. Their role is not to hunt, but to act as bodyguards, conserving energy for the vital battles to defend their territory. Meanwhile, the lionesses, the primary hunting force, also take the opportunity to rest and care for the next generation. The cubs, though playful, must learn the first lesson of survival: stay quiet and never stray too far from their mother's sight. A peaceful family portrait, yet fragile against the harshness of time. As the sun spills its final rays, painting the savannah in crimson, the laws of the day come to an end. The temperature drops, and the lazy kings begin to stir. It is time to patrol. Their roars echo like war drums, signaling the start of the curfew. But tonight the wind carries a strange scent. Someone has used the twilight to cross the forbidden line. Three alpha males discover a young stranger in their territory, in the company of the pride's lionesses. And they will not back down without a fight. The attackers sense the young lion's power. His fury and physique command respect. He is perfectly capable of inflicting serious injury. Today, a warning is enough to assert their authority. This is their territory. The lion from the grasslands has survived the ordeal. But his wounds could very well prove fatal. There is no time to recover. He must keep moving, must escape this place, must escape this hell before dawn. If the lion is a king who rules by strength and order, then in the undergrowth below, there is an anarchist. Not majestic, not swift, but this waddling creature with a silver-grey mantle like a cloak holds a title that every predator respects. The world's most fearless creature. It is the honey badger. In the honey badger's biological dictionary, the fear center seems to have been completely overridden by innate aggression. When cornered, instead of fleeing, it chooses to charge straight at its opponent, regardless of whether it's a pack of hyenas or a pride of hungry lions. The secret to this insane confidence lies in its unique biological armor. Its skin is 1/4 of an inch thick, as tough as vulcanized rubber. But the genius of creation lies in its loose connective tissue. This skin is not firmly attached to the muscle, but slides freely like an oversized coat. This allows the honey badger to turn a full 180 degrees, even while clamped in an enemy's jaws, turning a defensive position into a bloody counterattack on its opponent's eyes and nose. But the honey badger's true tenacity is best revealed through its deadly menu: venomous snakes. Its supercharged metabolism requires it to refuel constantly, and the venom of a king cobra or a puff adder is merely a spice. Even when bitten, and the neurotoxin begins to spread, paralyzing the respiratory system, the honey badger does not die. A genetic mutation at the molecular level has altered its nerve receptors, preventing the toxin from binding. It simply faints, taking a short nap for its immune system to clear the toxins, then awakens to finish its interrupted meal as if nothing had happened. This utter disregard for danger, combined with a sharp intelligence that employs tools and a brutal skill for attacking an enemy's weak points, has turned the honey badger into an impenetrable tank. It is the most vivid and defiant proof of nature's truth. That size has never been the measure of strength. The ultimate victor is the one who dares to fight with mad ferocity to the very last breath. In the Okavango Delta, where savannas merge with channels and scattered forests, the giraffe walks. They are the tallest land animals on the planet, with males reaching up to 18 feet. Their long necks do not have more vertebrae than other mammals, but rather elongated ones. With agile, muscular tongues up to 18 inches long, they pluck leaves from among thorns. In the Okavango, giraffes prefer areas with shrubby vegetation and sparse woodlands. Although they may appear solitary, they live in loose groups, often composed of females and their young. Their height is an ally for vigilance. With their eyes positioned high, they detect predators. In this ecosystem, the giraffe plays a crucial role. By pruning trees, they shape the vegetation, disperse seeds, and create clearings. The blue wildebeest is one of the most prominent protagonists of the Okavango Delta. With its robust body, large head, curved horns, and a grey coat with blue reflections, it looks like a combination. With speeds that can exceed 50 miles per hour, they are not only fast, but also resilient. In this ecosystem, they find seasonal pastures ideal for feeding. But what truly distinguishes the blue wildebeest is its migratory spirit. It participates in one of the largest and most spectacular animal movements in the world. Although the core of this migration occurs further north in the Serengeti and Masai Mara, the true strength of the wildebeest lies in the collective. In groups, they form an almost impenetrable barrier. Wildebeest often congregate with other species like zebras and impalas. They are not just tireless travelers. They are fundamental pieces in the ecological balance. Their movement in huge herds helps to keep the vegetation under control. Following the great wildebeest herds, traveling in parallel across the open fields of the Okavango are the zebras. Together, these two species form a strategic partnership, increasing their chances against predators. The zebra, with its robust body and hypnotic stripes, is not just beautiful, it is a living example. Each stripe pattern is unique, like a human fingerprint. This distinctive feature confuses predators, hinders the approach of flies, and helps regulate body temperature. About 8 feet long and weighing up to 770 pounds, they have an imposing stature. They are tireless runners, capable of reaching 40 miles per hour over short distances. Zebras also have excellent sight and hearing, living in cohesive social groups led by a dominant stallion. Their diet consists of drier, more fibrous grasses, complementing the selective feeding of the wildebeest. The great migrations of wildebeest and zebra are true tests of endurance and survival. With every step, these herbivores face a landscape fraught with threats. It is not enough to find fresh pastures, they must escape terrestrial predators. But the danger does not only come from the land. In the river and channel crossings, silent creatures lie in wait. In the calm yet perilous waters of the Okavango Delta lurks one of the oldest predators. With a body armored in scales, powerful jaws, and eyes that watch silently from the surface. Some individuals exceed 16.5 feet in length and can weigh more than 1,540 pounds. For the wildebeest and zebra, crossing the delta's channels during their migrations. River crossings are moments of extreme tension. Hundreds of animals gather at the water's edge. When a hesitant wildebeest finally jumps, It is as if a switch is flipped. With jaws that close with a force of up to 4,950 pounds, they clamp onto a leg or the neck of their prey. There is no mercy nor an easy escape. Yet, paradoxically, this violence is an essential part. Every crossing is a dramatic spectacle where survival is written with each splash. While wildebeest, zebras, hyenas and wild dogs rely on the strength of numbers. There are also animals that walk more solitary paths. But this solitude is not a sign of weakness, it is backed by something. Here exists a giant that few dare to disturb. The rhinoceros is one of the most majestic and iconic presences. The white rhino, larger and more robust, can reach 13 feet in length and weigh over 4,400 pounds. Its wide mouth is adapted for grazing on grasses, its main food source. The black rhino, smaller and more agile, stands out for its ability to move through denser vegetation. Both have thick, wrinkled skin that protects them from the intense sun and insects. Despite their imposing and sometimes aggressive appearance, these animals usually exhibit calm behavior. However, when faced with danger, such as a predator or an intruder, they can be surprisingly fast. The rhino's horns, made of keratin, are powerful and dangerous weapons. Additionally, in territorial or mating disputes, the horns are used in violent clashes. These horns are essential for the survival and dominance of these animals. Their enormous footprints and heavy movements help shape the terrain. These giants of the African savanna, with their resilience and strength, are true pillars. Other smaller and curious creatures are also resilient in the delta's fauna. The warthog. With its long, curved tusks protruding from its jaw, the warthog is a true symbol of adaptation. These medium-sized, robust-bodied animals are covered in a sparse, bristly coat. Although they usually live alone or in small groups, their aggressive and territorial nature In search of food, it is an excellent digger. Its diet is varied and includes roots, fruits, These feeding habits, combined with its ability to dig, help shape its surroundings. In addition, its excavations expose minerals and other food sources. Despite its aggressive behavior when threatened, the warthog is largely a shy animal. Its importance in the Okavango ecosystem goes beyond its foraging. In this challenging ecosystem, the baboon stands out as one of the most resourceful and adaptable residents. These primates live in large family groups known as troops. Each member has a role. Dominant males maintain order and protect the group. These social ties are not only emotional but also tactical, providing protection. Baboons communicate in a remarkably complex way through a variety of vocalizations. These animals are highly opportunistic natural omnivores. They feed on fruits, seeds, roots, and small animals. With their nimble fingers and watchful eyes, they scour the ground, lifting branches. This combination of intelligence, cooperation, and constant vigilance makes baboons natural survivors. In the delta, baboons move skillfully between the riverine forests and the open plains. They are, in essence, a reflection of the delta itself. Unpredictable, resilient, intense. And it is not only the large terrestrial animals that benefit from the flood. The Okavango Delta is a paradise for water birds. Over 400 species are recorded in the region. On the flooded banks and quiet channels of the delta, an elegant and ancient figure stands out. It is the sacred ibis, one of the most iconic birds of the African continent. In this vibrant and dynamic setting, this bird finds the ideal environment to thrive. The shallow waters, muddy banks, and abundance of prey create a perfect stage. With slow, calculated steps, the ibis probes the mud blindly for crustaceans. The sacred ibis is a highly social bird, living in large groups that fly in formation. It builds its nest